Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SEO0320 representing JVS. So I'm back here again for another review for The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 12, Say Yes. The quote of this title fits so well with what actually happened after the fact of with Rick and Michonne, what they had to kind of go through. Dude, like, I didn't expect that this episode would be so... I mean, nothing really happened, but on an emotional level, they took time to explore the depths of Rick and Michonne's relationship, the depths of their, need for each other, their love for each other, and their motivation to try to reach a future with or without each other. And I mean, if I didn't have to say anything more about a review, that's it. And I think that their relationship is so amazing to actually watch. Sitting there watching them kind of like in the midst of all these walkers and stuff going on, they're just like having a great time. Like Rick has said that he hadn't been sleeping, and her and him being there, he could have stayed there 2 more days. Just them alone and just being there and thriving and living. And I think one of the most emotional moments was when I thought it was a deer, but there was a moment I was like, yo, did Nicotero really just do that? Like, he just like end my dude, and the expression on Michonne's face when she just let her sword go. And like Rick showed up and like threw the sword, it was like she went from 0 to back to 100. And like then she just kind of processed it. And that conversation that was in the van that they had was so pivotal to them moving forward. Regardless of what happens, that conversation will solidify them forever. That's something that they can never forget, and that's something that me as a fan can never forget as well. Just seeing from where they came from to where they are now, and then even, Rick finally opened up about Glenn, how he's been really feeling about it, It's just really raw emotion that Andrew Lincoln and old girl that plays Michonne, they did an amazing job. Just their chemistry just flowed through the episode so naturally that it was very beautiful for me. Father Gabriel and Rosita, the scene in the church and him giving this profound information and knowledge, I was like floored, honestly, by that small sequence. Like Father Gabriel was becoming low-key and actually amazing character because he got so much depth from where he kind of came from. I was like, man, only thing I'm kind of like apprehensive about this episode is definitely Rosita. Like, I'm like, yo, okay, you heard what Father Gabriel said. You heard, you know what the situation is. I understand you got a death wish. Now you're gonna sit there and spread that to somebody else. Like I had a problem with that just because of me. I was just like, okay, you want to hurt, you want to give up, so now you want to drag somebody else in it. I don't know. Like I was kind of really PO'd about that towards the end. And then Tara, I mean, her talking with Judith, I thought that was really interesting because nobody else you could tell, and it's like now that well, even before that, like, I understand where she's coming from because she went through something that, I mean, that's something that you don't speak of, that you're not supposed to. There's so much more involved in there than just you or even the group, and the ramifications of what you say can end or change lives. It's like, yeah, it's a possibility it might work out, but the more likelihood, her crew could go to war with, the Oceanside. So I understood where Tara was coming from. To me, it was a really good episode. I actually really enjoyed it. Like, I want to give this episode 10, but I think that I don't know if I can give it a whole 10, just because I feel like I need to watch it again. Because the first 5 minutes I kind of missed. But dude, I just loved every moment with Andrew Lincoln in like just his mode right now, kind of where he is, and then just Michonne and how, she can't live without him, kind of thing. It was just very romantic, man. And like me, what I'm saying, like I got a fiance, we getting real close to that end date, and I was just like, yo, Rick, just put a ring on that joint because it's obvious, like, this is it kind of thing. But I'll settle at a 9.5 or a 9 out of 10. I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10 just because I'm being biased towards the emotion that it made me feel. But this was definitely a really good episode for me. Anyway, keep it locked. JVS Swing and Stop. Stay tuned for the reaction. That'll come up probably Monday. Keep it locked. JVS Swing and Stop. I said it twice. Peace, everybody.